energized much more so than normal classes. Again, thank you very, very much. I was called upon to hear you and to evaluate you because I'm on the other end of the spectrum in terms of teaching. And those little snot-nosed kids that sit in my room are only there for the grade. I swear to God they don't care. If there's anything that they retain. And so what you shared really meant an awful lot to me. I could see the value in it. And unfortunately, too many of us, I think myself included, have graduated with various degrees, and we say, okay, thank God that's behind us. Now let's go make some money. And we forget the dynamic, changing world that we live in and how we have to have a continuing education process. So the title, Beyond the Learning Curve, I thought was great. It captured that. The other thing that I loved was that you broke it into 3 key points. You know, the new skills, no pressure, because no one wants to go back and get into the testing process necessarily, but the job security, which is of course a constant these days, and great for your health. When you said that, I looked across the room and I was looking at John Ruck, and his eyes lit up because I think he said, hey, this is a target-rich opportunity to get on base because they'll be there looking for some socialization, and a man of his age, well, he's no longer welcome in normal bars. So I can see him enrolling in some of these continuing education classes, and you know, things happen. You know, extra homework assignment. Yes, God is with us. The other thing that I liked was that you mentioned specifics in terms of 20% greater salary if you were bilingual, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that resonated with a number of us in terms of, yeah, there are specific benefits as well, not just these ethereal things that may happen. Where you could have improved, I thought the intro was a little weak. You talked about yourself, how we all love you and all that, but I really didn't give a shit. I'm sorry, is that an inappropriate word? I use it in class often in order to retain attention. But I wanted to hear more about the point you said there was a professor from Ecuador who learned so much. That's what I would have wanted to have heard a little bit more about, rather than your journey into continuing education. I would have liked to have heard what you really got out of that Ecuadorian professor, where maybe some of the other students that you had possibly gained some real specifics. Great stuff, though. One of the things in the manual, they talked about rhetorical devices, similes, metaphors, alliteration, triads. I suspect that you could have done a little bit more in that area, and you would have powered up your presentation as well. But I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rich, for being a